Well, hello everyone. Today I'm going to create some watercolor backgrounds on my Zentangle tiles using these liquid Ecoline paints. And I'm starting with yellow and just setting a few drops of the yellow onto my Zentangle tile and letting them just rest there on the tile for now. I'm going to put quite a few yellow drops. I find this activity is really satisfying when I'm in the need for some color therapy, some really bright colors and a bit of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and transition over to this blue shade, and blue is quite powerful. It likes to sort of take over a tile, so I'm only putting a few drops here. So I'm preparing a plain old ziplock bag that I'm going to use to help me blend my colors. And I just squish the ziplock bag right on top and really gently guide these colors together, squishing them around. I love this step of the process because while you have some control over how you blend and squish these colors, the fact is that you're sort of along for the ride at this point. The watercolors are going to do what the watercolors are going to do. And I love this about the Zentangle process, that you're just sort of there to discover the beauty that's created along the way, sort of releasing all those elements of control that we often have as we go throughout our day, trying to make sure that things turn out just right. And the fact is, here it is. It's something that's beautiful, but I didn't really have a say as to where everything went. I just sort of went with it. Yeah, I'm liking that. So every time you lift up the ziplock, there's going to be a little bit of pooling or puddling of the colors. You can see that in the top right-hand corner. So I'm going to use my water brush just to sort of spread out those colors so that they don't make these really dark spots in that side of the tile. There we go. I'm kind of satisfied with that. You can see the blue, you can see the yellow, and you can see where it blended to make a beautiful shade of green. Alright, we're going to go ahead and try this red shade. Again, red is like the blue we just used a moment ago. It likes to dominate a tile, so I'm only going to put a few of these red drops. And we're going to combine the red on this tile again with yellow. And similar to our last tile, I'm going to put quite a few yellow drops. Again, the red likes to sort of dominate, so you have to put a bit more of the yellow to make sure it's seen. I washed my Ziploc bag, rinsed it off with just some spray cleaner, and here it is. I'm ready to use it to squish these guys around. Let's see what happens. One of my friends, she always complains about this combination of red and yellow. She says it looks like ketchup and mustard. And ever since she said that, I can't get that thought out of my mind when I use red and yellow, but I quite like red and yellow, even though it might remind you of ketchup and mustard. Again, I like how you can see that there's certain sections that are distinctly yellow and certain sections that are distinctly red, but we do have that blending and getting some nice orange in there. And I love the wild and crazy shapes that are created through this process. That jagged edge, it's kind of fun when I tangle on it. Now I do like to spread out the liquid watercolor as much as possible. It does reduce a little bit this pooling that happens at the end. This time, rather than using my water brush, I'm just going to tilt the tile and let that pooled red sort of mosey around the tile and spread itself out. Alright, I'm pretty satisfied with that ketchup mustard tile. Let's try another one. Alright, we'll start with the blue. And this time I'm going to blend the blue and the red. And because both of them are quite powerful colors, I'm going to only put a few drops of each. And when they blend, it makes quite a dark shade. So I'm going to put blue on one side, and then on the other side of the tile, put the red, so that they'll just blend in one spot sort of down the middle. And again, blue's a bit stronger than the red, so I'll put a few more red drops than I have blue drops here. You can see I sort of deliberated. Oh yeah, let's put another one down there. Alright, time for the Ziploc bag again. Let's see what happens. I wonder if you can hear the bird chirping outside. You can see where the blue and the red blend together to make this lovely purple. It does get quite dark. I'm hoping that at the end we'll see a bit of that purple down the middle, but we'll also have the distinct blue and red shades as well. And I will say that purple section is quite dark on the camera. It's a little bit lighter to my eye, but I do wonder when I tangle on this tile if I'll want to use black ink or if it would be nice to use a white jelly roll. We'll have to see how it turns out once it's dried. Yeah, I'm liking the shape of this one. I just love this process. It's kind of fun to experiment and sit down for a little bit in the morning and play with watercolors. There we go. Again, there's a little bit of pooling down there. Let's see if we tilt the tile, if we can get it to spread out a little bit more. Let me know if you give this process a go and see how it turns out for you. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and experiment. And if you join me for the next videos, I will be tangling on these tiles. See you next time.